Hello, my dear cute little kids. How are you all doing? कैसे हो सब? बढ़िया? I hope you all are doing good. So, आज का जो lecture है अपना, that is lecture 7, right? But before that, let me introduce you to our awesome team, which you can see on right side. You can see here on right side our awesome team, which is giving you quality lectures. Like we are doing real hard work to give you quality lectures, and you can go through all that on our telegram channel, on our YouTube channel, that is Talking Textbooks, right? My name is Aditi, and I'm teaching NMTC as well as basic mathematics 6 to 8. So these are the courses that we are offering. 6 to 8 we'll be covering NCERT as well as Olympiads, then NTSC, NSE, JS, PRMO, all this we'll be covering. 6 to 10 school level examinations, we'll cover all that. So you can obviously go through all the other YouTube other videos as well of our Talking Textbooks. Other than just the videos, these are the plans and packages which you can see here. Just a second. See, here you can see in 9,000. See, this 9,000 is the highest price for 6 to 8 packages. In 6 to 8, 9,000 is the highest package. Then again, that will be reduced to 6,300 if you use my code AV Live. And in this 6,300 means after 30% discount, you will be getting what? All the study. You'll be getting the study material, quality study material, then test series. You'll get the result, which will be on India level basis, because students, obviously because this is online, so everybody can give the exam. Then homework submission would be there on Google Classroom, daily quizzes. All this you'll get just in 6,300. So what are you waiting for? Come on, just go through this website, www.talkingtextbooks.in. Go through this website and you can search for the packages. Even if you do not want the study material, then you can just go through the test series. You can purchase just the test series. In that ways, your knowledge would be checked, right? You'll get your position on India level. I told you that. So if you do not require the study material, you can just go through that as well. So there are different packages. Go to our website and search the different packages there. You can pay through any mode. See, you can see here. You can pay through any mode, through credit, debit, net banking. And then once we receive the amount, then there will be a call from our team. हमारी जो team है वो call करेगी आपको, and they'll let you know कि कितने time में किस mode से आपके पास जो study material है वो पहुँचने वाला है. Still further आपको query रहती है, still you have queries left, then you can call on this number which is here, given here, 9549041111. You can call on this number. जब भी आपको कोई भी क्वेरी आती है तो वो इस नंबर पे कॉल करके आप टॉकिंग टेक्स्ट बुक से रिलेटेड जो भी क्वेरीज हैं वो आपको यहाँ पर सारी सॉर्ट आउट हो जाएंगी. राइट चिल्ड्रन, moving on, this is our telegram channel. This is our telegram channel which you can see here. So if you are in class 6th, then TTB 06 you're supposed to join, TTB 0708. So see, basically telegram is similar to a WhatsApp app. You just need to download it and then you can search for these classes in whichever class you are. आप उस class को search करके join us there. और ज्वाइन करने के बाद ये होगा कि जो भी करंट वीडियो से रिलेटेड या जो भी नोटिफिकेशंस होंगे, करंट जो भी नॉलेज होगी वो सब जो इन्फॉर्मेशन होगी वो सब आपको वहाँ पर शेयर कर दी जाएगी. सो यू विल बी अपडेटेड, right, with all the information that is required regarding the videos and everything. वो आपको वहाँ पर मिलती रहेगी. So kindly join this. So before starting the lecture, let's take the promise. जो हमारा कस्टम है, let's complete that. And then we'll start with the chapter. Lecture 7. We'll be starting with lecture 7. Of number theory. So today we'll be doing what? Today we'll be taking remainders. Right? Today's topic would be remainders, and we'll do questions related to that. So let's do this. All we have studied, and I hope you all are revising If you haven't purchased the NMTC module of talking textbook, kindly do that right now itself as fast as you can, and then start doing the questions which are given at the back. Right, this all we have already completed. Lecture 7 we are supposed to start today now. So today's topic is remainders. Right, so basically what do we understand about remainders? You must be remembering the division algorithm. Division algorithm आप लोग को याद होगा. So it is somewhat similar to this. See children, if I write something like this, let's say 22 divided by 7, right? So see, I know important thing is that remainders can never be negative. Remainders can never be negative, right? This is an important thing. Remainders can never be negative. So let's divide 22 by 7. So if I divide it like this, what do I get remainder as? 1. I get remainder as 1, right? So what will I say? 1 is the remainder and 3 is the quotient here, right? 3 is the quotient here. Now let us understand, let us see this is remainder, right? Now let us do few questions, and I hope you remember the division algorithm, that dividend is equals to divisor into quotient right. This you must be remembering from the last lecture that we did. So let's do one question. Okay, what is the remainder in the expression let's say 4 1 by 3, right? I am supposed to calculate the remainder in the expression 4 1 by 3. So let's see what is it in this. What is the solution going to be? What can I write? Let it be x. Okay, let x equals to 4 1 by 3, right? So how do I calculate it? Basically, how do I write it? 4 into 3 plus 1. This is how I write it, right? So what does this become? This becomes the quotient. This is the quotient here. This is the divisor here. And what is this? Remainder. So here 1 is the remainder. Easy. This is how we write it. Obviously 1 is the remainder. Let's do few questions. Okay, now question number 1. What does it say? Question number 1 says, a number when divided by 136 leaves remainder 36 if the same number is divided by 17, the remainder will be dash. Right? So how are we going to perform? Let's see. A number when divided by 136 leaves remainder 36. Right? So let's do this. A number when divided by 136. So let the dividend equals to n. Fine. Leaves remainder 36. So let the quotient equals to q. Fine. So now how can I write it? I can write it like this: n into, this is what, 136, q into 136, and remainder is 36. Right? So this is my number. My number is equals to what? 136q plus 36. Right? This is the remainder. Now if the same number is divided by 17, now n is equals to this. Now what is it saying? If the same number is divided by 17, means n is divided by 17, means 136, just a second, 136q plus 36 is divided by 17. What do I get? What is it asking? The remainder will be. So this is the remainder. This is what we are concerned with. So we just need to find out the remainder for this, which will be what? 14, 34, 5 and 6. So if you divide 17 by 36, so this gives us 2 as remainder. So here remainder will be 2. Understood, children, how we are doing this? Remainder comes out to be 2. Clear? This is the part. See, this is the remainder part. This is what we are concerned with. So I divided this number by 17. I got 2 here. Right? Let's do one more question. Okay. The question says, if a perfect square not divisible by 6, if a perfect square not divisible by 6 be divided by 6, the remainder will be Let's do this question, children. देखते हैं इसका क्या आंसर आती है. बताओ, करो चलो क्वेश्चन को, इसको क्या आंसर आता है बताओ मेरे को. So what does it says? See, if a perfect square not divisible by 6 be divided by 6. So in this, what we are supposed to do? We are supposed to take such perfect squares which are not divisible, which are not completely divisible by 6, right? Which are not completely divisible by 6. So we are going to see such numbers. We are going to take such perfect squares and then divide them by 6. And then divide them by 6. So what will the remainder be? What will the remainder be? So let's check for few. Let's check for few. See. Let's check for 25. If I check for 4, let's check for 4. So 4 square is 16. So let's divide 6 by 16. What do we get here? 12. And remainder is 4. Let's check for 25. 5 square, 25. So what do we get here? 6 4s are 24. We get 1 as remainder here. Then we can check for 3 as well, which is 9. So let's check for that. 3 is the remainder here. 6. We won't check square for 6 because that is divisible by 6 obviously. So we'll calculate for 7. 49. 48. What do we get here? 1. Then we'll check for 8, which is what? 64. So 6 and 4 is the remainder. Then we'll check for 9. 81. 18. 3. Then we'll check for 10 square. 100. So this would go for 36. 4. So now what can we see here? What can we see here? 4 1 3 1 4 3 4. So basically the remainders are what can be the remainders? The remainders will be 1, 3 and 4. These three could be the remainders of this, right? Is this clear, children? Is this clear? Shall we move to the next question now? Okay. The next question is the next question is something like this. A number when divided by 136, a number when divided by 136, a number when divided by 136 leaves remainder 36, leaves remainder 36. If the same number is divided by 17, if the same number is divided, if the same number is divided by 17, the remainder will be, dash. Now, what will be its answer? Let's do it. Okay. So what does it says? See, a number when divided by 136 leaves a remainder. Have we done this question, children? Oh yes, we have done this question. Let me change it then. Let me just yes. A number when divided by 114 leaves remainder 21 if the same number is divided by 19. The remainder will be. Let's calculate this. Yes, children, let's calculate this. A number when divided by 114, let's say this as divisor. Divided by, let the dividend. Let the dividend be n and let the quotient be q, then n is equals to q into 114 plus 21 is the remainder, right? So what does this give us? N is equals to 114 q plus 21. This is my remainder part, right? This is my remainder part. Now what does it say? If the same number is divided by 19. So I'll divide it by 19. Divided by 19. Simple. Let's divide it by 19. Two is my remainder here. Remainder is 2. Simple. Let's do one more question. What does the question says? A positive integer when divided by 425 gives a remainder 45. Gives a remainder 45 when the same number is divided by 17, the remainder will be. See, let's do this question now. Let the dividend be n. Let the quotient be q. So n equals to 425q. Now I can write it directly. plus remainder is 45. I can write it directly, children. Now, when the same number is divided by 17, same number is divided by 17. So I'll divide it by 17. I'm just concerned about this part because it is asking me for the remainder, right? It is asking me for the remainder. Sorry. Sorry, it's 2. So 11 is the remainder here. 11 is the remainder. Clear, children? Is this clear? 11 is the remainder. Let's do one more question. What does the question says? The sum of the digits of a two-digit number is 1/7 of the number 1/7 of the number. The units digit is 4 less than the tens digit if the number obtained on reversing its digits is divided by 7, the remainder will be. This we are supposed to calculate, right? Let's do this question. Children. करो इस क्वेश्चन को. Chalo, let's do it. Let me tell you how to do it. See, the sum of the digits of a two-digit number is 1/7 of the number. So, let the number be, let the two-digit number be 10x plus y. let the two-digit number be 10x plus y. Right? Now, what does it say? Next, what does it say? The sum of the digits of a two-digit number is the sum of the digits. See, x plus y is 1 by 7 of the number, means 10x plus y. Right? Now, this is my first equation. Second says the unit digit is 4 less than, which is the unit digit? 4 is the unit digit. The unit digit is 4 less than the tens digit. Tens digit is x, is 4 less than the tens digit. This becomes my second equation. So what are we going to do? We'll put the value of second digit, second equation in first equation. What do we get? Let's do it in the second page only. So what does it say? Y is equals to x minus 4. So I'll put x plus x minus 4. So this is going to be x plus x minus 4. Put value from equation 2 in equation 1. X plus x minus 4, 1 by 7 10x, 1 by 7 10x. This becomes 1 by 7 10x plus x minus 4. This is what it is going to be. This is y and this is also y. Let's solve it now. So this becomes what? 2x minus 4, 1 by 7, 10x plus x becomes equal to 11x minus 4. Let's solve it. 2x minus 4 is equals to 11 by 7x minus 4 by 7. Now I'll take this same term, which is the x term, to the left hand side. So this becomes 2x minus 11 by 7x equals to 4 minus 4 by 7. This is what it is going to be. 14x minus 11x by 7 equals to 28 minus 4 by 7. So 7 to 7 would be cancelled, because if you are going to do it cross multiply, or even if you take this 7 here, then 7 would be divided by 7. So it will get cancelled. So 14x minus 11x would be 3x equals to 24. So my x becomes equal to 8. X becomes equal to 8. So now I will use this third equation. Use equation third in equation 2. So we will get the value of y, which is x minus 4. So this is going to be what? X is 8. X is 8. 8 minus 4, which is 4. So the number is 84. 10x plus 4. So 80 plus 4, that is 84. Number is 84. Now understand, if the number obtained on reversing its digit is divided by 7. So the number obtained by reversing, will be equal to 48. The number obtained by reversing is what? 48. Now it is its digit is divided by, on reversing its digit is divided by 7. So let's divide this 48 by 7. 48 divided by 7. What does this give us? See, I'll divide it here. 42. What does this give me? 6. So how can I write it? See, quotient, just a second. quotient into divisor plus remainder. This is how I can write it, quotient into divisor plus remainder. So my remainder here is 6, right? So I can say what? Remainder will be 6. Remainder will be 6. Clear, children? Is this clear? Let's do one more question now. Let us do one more question. How much time is remaining? Okay. Let us do one more question. Question says, what is the remainder when 123 into 124 into 125 is divided by 9. Is divided by 9. Do this question, children. Shall we do it? Let me change my color because I like doing it. Chalo, let's do it. What is the remainder when this is divided by 9? So let's do it separately. First let's divide it separately. So remainder when 123 is divided by 9. Remainder when 123 is divided by 9. What do we get? Let's divide it. Or we can write it like this. See, if I write it like this, see, 9 4s are 36. If I write it like this, 9 4s are 36. So this cannot be divided, of course. So what do I want? I want plus 3. Means there has to be, if I write it 36, right? 9 4s is 36, means I require minus 3. Minus 3 as my remainder, right? This is going to be, see, if you subtract 33 minus 36, means you will get minus 3 as remainder, right? 33 minus 36 is minus 3 as remainder. So if this 36 would have had minus 3, then this would have become 33 and it would have been divided. So minus 3 becomes my remainder here. Next, in the similar way, this is the second approach, children. This is the second approach. So basically, first we understood this, that we tried to learn that in earlier questions the remainders were positive. Now I am giving an example where a remainder could be negative. So if a remainder is negative, it means that this number should be divided, this number should be subtracted from this number, 36, right? So if that is divided, if that is subtracted, then we'll get what? A 0 here. We'll get a 0 here, right? So let's do this. Let's do the next question. Right, children? Let's do next question now. 124. Let's divide 124 by 9. Let's see what do we get here. Here also we will get what? Minus 2 as remainder. Minus 2 as remainder here, because if we subtract 2 from this, we'll get 34 and 0 as the final result. Means final remainder would have been 0 if it would have been 34. But we get minus 2 remainder here. Then 9 divided by 125. 9. Here also we'll get minus 1 as remainder. Now the final remainder would be what? Let's calculate. Final remainder would be minus 3. Let me write it. Final remainder would be what? Minus 3 into minus 2 into minus 1, which is equal to what? Minus 6. Right? Minus 6. So therefore the required positive remainder is how much? It is 9 minus 6, which is what? 3. So the required positive remainder is what? 3. Clear, children? Is this clear? Is this clear to you all? 20, 5 4 is 20. Just go through it once, children. 20 into 3, 60. Right, children? So this is it for today. Tomorrow, like in the next class also, we'll be doing few more questions related to remainders, so the concept would get more clear to you. Thank you so much for watching. Keep liking, keep subscribing and keep sharing. Remember to hit the bell icon so that you remain notified for all our upcoming videos. If you have not understood anything, then please do let us know, and please give your feedback. Thank you so much. Bye-bye. And children, if you have not purchased the NMTC booklet yet of talking textbooks, then please do it so that you would be able to do the questions as soon as possible, and then we can discuss about the questions as well given in the exercise. Right, children? Okay.